Oh, good, you're still here. I was hoping to catch you before you left. I've been thinking, hear me out, hear me out. You have been sort of like through an evolution this last year. I just really feel that you've grown and you've changed in so many ways for the better. Yeah, I just feel like 2025 was such a transformative year for you in so many ways, you know, professionally and personally. Like you've just really grown a lot this year. And I was just thinking that I feel like your style needs to evolve to like reflect your outer change, you know? Just don't feel like what you're wearing right now really fully represents the new you. No, it's not that you don't look good. You always look good. But I feel like that's the old version of you, and you've just changed so much, and you're just like giving off such different energy. Leading man energy, might I add. Giving off such leading man energy. And I just feel like the time has come to update the wardrobe. Just a little, just a few tweaks here and there. I think that honestly, like when the outer catches up and meets, you know, like how you're feeling inside, because you're just really, I just feel like you've really come into your own in this last year. And you know I love shopping, so I thought we could work together and I could just help you, you know, maybe pick out just a few more pieces that just suit you better. Perfect. Now it's fine that you don't know what your style is. See, that's where I come in. Everyone has, you know, their own areas of expertise. You have an incredible eye for business, while I'm really good at figuring out the right jacket to wear. You know, it's a skill. It's a skill. So how about we start off? I'm gonna get the measuring tape because I think, honestly, you say that you haven't been working out, but something looks different. I'm gonna get the measuring tape. I really think that, I think your size might have changed a little bit since the last time you went shopping. Like, when did you get this jacket that you're wearing right now? Yeah, no, you're due, my friend. You are due, but do not worry. You are in very, very good hands. Okay, I'm gonna start off. I'm just gonna get the backs of your shoulder blades. All right, so just kind of like stand up straight, but yeah, just like that. Okay, let me just, well, you know what? I should go get something to write this down with. Hold on. Now we're cooking with fire, as they say. Okay, so let me write down that first measurement. Nice pen you have here, by the way, might I add. Fancy. Okay, so now just got some measurements here. I'm gonna set that down for 1 second. Yeah, no, I like this pen. Very, very nice indeed. Okay. So again, just stand up straight, stand tall, but not like unnaturally, you know, like don't get all super crazy. So you want to get like your more accurate measurements here. Okay, so I'm gonna do your chest. That's across your chest. Yeah, just as I suspected. I think that these have changed a little bit since last time I took your measurements. I'm gonna have to double check, but I'll compare these to the last time I did this, and I'm almost certain you've changed. Okay. Let's do your waist. Lift those arms. Yeah, you have. You've lost definitely 2 inches around your waist for sure. Because I bought you pants not that long ago. Look at you. Good work. Nice. Okay, let me write that down. Add this to the file. And then we're just going to get the... And then I'm just going to get like the biceps of your arms, because I really think one of the pieces like I definitely want to get you is like a really cool jacket, because that's something that you're going to be wearing a lot, you know, as we're going into fall. I want to get you a jacket that just says like I'm a badass, because that's like the vibe you're giving off right now. Current jacket does not match that vibe, and I say that very respectfully. All right, stick that arm out. Let's get that measured. Okay, Hercules. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we are all set with these measurements. Now comes the fun part. Now we get to kind of like pick out what I think like your new style direction should be. Now I know. How about this? Like, you have a couple of magazines that are just sitting there on your coffee table. How about we sit down and we just kind of peruse the magazines a little bit and tell me, you know, what you don't want, because that's just as important, if not more important, than what you do want. Yeah, I think I can just start to get kind of like a vibe for the direction that you want to go in. And, you know, I can, you know, show you some things that I think would look impeccable on you. And we can kind of, you know, brainstorm a little bit, and I'll run off and start collecting some of these items. Does that sound good? All right, let's go sit down, and I'll bring those magazines and just have a little powwow. All right, I'm excited about this. So I got the notebook. I'm gonna write down sort of some observations of things that you particularly hate and things that you particularly love. And then, you know, just grabbed these off your coffee table. I thought this would be perfect because I looked and there's actually a section on outerwear. So since I think that having the right jacket is really a big part of the battle, because like I said, you know, the shirts that you wear and whatnot, oftentimes they're covered up by the jacket, so picking the exact right coat, it's very essential. So we're gonna look at that, and then I don't know how helpful these are gonna be, 'cause, you know, I don't think this is the look that we're, you know, it's not the look, you know, no disrespect, but you know, I don't think we're going for like a Where's Waldo kind of vibe, but maybe, all right, let's check. Again, not sure if we're gonna find any inspiration here, but you never know. Inspiration comes in the most unlikely of places. So first, let's look at the jackets, because I feel like it's really gonna tell us a lot, and that's the most important piece that I want to like focus on today. So let's see here. Can you see well from there? All right, good. Not to be like totally distracted, but I noticed that, is this your current reading? See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're like really evolving. Buddhist philosophy, you're just becoming like so well-rounded. You're such a Renaissance man. How about we just open up before we get started and we just like read one little passage and it'll just like set the tone for today. Okay. Oh, I love this. All right, I'm gonna read this. It's gonna set the tone for today. It says, fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will be blunt. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. I love that. Okay. Our moment of zen. Now, on to jackets. Equally as important as zen. Do not want to underestimate the power of a good coat. So, yeah, no, I don't think that you want to look like a detective from the 1940s, but okay, so yeah, no to that. I wasn't even thinking of going in that direction. So here we have a James Dean aesthetic, the quintessential rebel. What do you think of this style? You know, it's not too fitted, it's a little slouchy. You're gonna have to forgive me if I'm mispronouncing these, because apparently I'm not as much of an aficionado on coats as I thought I was, but it says the blouson. We don't know if that's what it's called, but yeah, that looks nice. I can see you in that. I like that color. I think that, like, the earth tones are always like a nice shade on you. Is this something that could be a contender, perhaps? All right, I'm gonna write that down. I think that, like, a khaki green, sort of like similar to what I'm wearing, could look good on you as well. Just definitely, like, I always think you look good when you have, like, sort of an earth tone on. Chocolate brown, a khaki. Okay, let me write down blouson. And when I get there, I'm gonna send you photos before I actually purchase something. All right, got that. Moving on, let's see here. Yeah, so these are just more examples of blousons. It does have, is that Daniel Craig there? Yeah, no, I do enjoy this. I can definitely see this on you for sure. Because I really think you're, like, moving into your James Bond era. I do. So this could be a direction that we end up going in. All right. Duly noted. Let's keep looking. Oh, all right. Okay. So this is called the waxed jacket. I like this. This is not so much for, you know, going out night on the town, but I like this, you know, if you're meeting up for sort of like a casual lunch date, you know, coffee shop or something like that. I can see this working for you. Yeah, no, and I love that color. You know, it's just sort of like effortlessly masculine and rugged looking. You know, if you're trying to give off that I'm a mountain man kind of vibe, I think this could be a contender. Do you want me to put that one on the list? All right, we do need some more, like, night on the town coats. Is that Salvador Dali? That is a mustache. That is a mustache you do not forget. Okay, so let's just, yeah. I don't think you need an overcoat. Let's just keep going. I love it on Dolly, but I don't. So he's quite dashing. I love that. I love old photos. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah. We're not trying to look like the Marlboro Man. Again, well, I don't hate this one. What do you think? I don't hate it. I think we can do better though. I think we can do better. I mean, I love Jean, but I feel like we're trying to branch out a little bit, you know, do something new. I feel like you have a lot of Jean in your wardrobe, and we're trying to reinvent right now. I don't feel like this is a reinvention of you. Okay. Definitely not the duffel coat. Definitely not the duffel coat. Not wanting to look like one of the henchmen of the apocalypse. That's not the look we want you entering the room with. We are trying to attract women, not repel them. Alright, let's see here. Okay, fishtail parka. Also gonna be a hard pass. Don't think we want to be like tying the jacket at the waist. That's not giving like the vibe that we want. However, I do not hate this one. I'm not angry at this one. I think this one is kind of cool. Yeah. Maybe I kicked the fishtail parka out of bed too quickly. I don't know. This one just, if it's like a vintage looking army coat, I could see you really working that. I like that idea for you. Okay, I'm gonna write, I spoke too soon. Fishtail parka. I apologize. All right, fishtail parka in khaki green. I can see that looking really, really hot on you, honestly. All right. See, we just have to keep an open mind. That is the secret to life. Oh, okay, so here we have like now we're going into Top Gun mode. The bomber jacket. Yeah, you got some aviators on, you get your little bomber jacket. Instant Tom Cruise vibes. Instant Tom Cruise. Do you think you like the puffiness of that? Too much puffiness, too much shimmery? Because that material's like, you know, it's like a little glossy looking. All right, I can respect that. Oh, okay. Here is my buddy Andy Warhol. Love me some Andy. And he is wearing the biker jacket. So, I think a distressed leather jacket could actually be a pretty cool look on you. I personally am kind of a sucker for a leather jacket. I feel like everyone needs to own at least one, you know? This I think I would want you to try on though. How opposed are you into venturing into like a clothing store with me? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you hate that? What if I promise that we'll go get food afterwards? You can eat at your favorite restaurant. Sweetening the pot a little bit. I think that you could really rock a leather jacket, and that's just like such a hot look. Like, I feel like it instantly gives you just sort of like that lead character in like a Quentin Tarantino movie kind of aesthetic. You see what I'm saying? It just has such a vibe. There's such a vibe to it. we're definitely, I feel like we're getting closer. I mean, again, more of sort of like the just army kind of look. This is called the field jacket. What's your favorite De Niro film? Solid. I know there's so many great ones. You know, what else? Like the little anarchy symbol on the back. I love a rebel. You know I love a rebel. I'm not mad at the anarchy sign. Okay. There's like a specific look I'm looking for, and I guess not really seen it. So what was your favorite one that we saw thus far? The ones that we wrote down were the leather, the fishtail parka, and then the one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, the blouson. I don't think you could go wrong with any of those. And I honestly am not mad about the wax jacket either. I think that one, yeah. I do like this idea for you. I'm gonna look for the blouson. I really think that could look super, super good on you. So that is our first line of business. Jacket. I mean, do you want me just to look through a couple magazines with you? I'll just kind of get sort of an idea of maybe some other types of casual clothes for you to wear, just stuff for every day, because I feel like you have a lot of stuff for work. The part that I feel like the part of your wardrobe that needs a little work is just like your casual but going out kind of outfits, you know? That's the part I feel like we need to work on. So you always look great when you go into work. Yeah, I love all that. I'm just kind of thinking, like, for the times when you're going to be going out, you know, like on a date or just out for like casual lunch with friends. Thinking more like your daytime kind of lounge around stuff is what we need to really focus on here. Just give me 1 second. How was your weekend? Nice. Mine was good. I had a really nice dinner last night with some friends, and later tonight I'm actually going to a Reiki healing session. I know. It sounds very LA. It's just kind of inevitable. You live here, it just kind of starts happening. I kid you not though, if you ever find me going on Amazon and ordering like a machine where I can make my own almond milk at home or my own oat milk at home, please shake me and try to shake some sense into me, because that's where I think the line needs to be drawn. So what do you think about like t-shirts sort of like this? I kind of like that look. I could see that. You know, just like it fits well. I like a good trucker hat. You know, I like a good sort of like trucker hat like that. I think that this look, I feel like that could look good on you. It's very casual, but yeah, no, your arms look so good right now, so I feel like some nice t-shirts. But I also like this. It's kind of a small photo. Just kind of I feel like that is a nice look. Not necessarily the skinny jeans, but just like a loose, casual shirt like that. I mean, it's fitted, but it's lightweight. All right. Oh, you know what? I saw a fun movie. I saw this movie. I can't remember if it's called The Weapon or Weapons. It was a good time. A really unique, original villain. I don't know why I'm showing you a picture of a great white shark. Yeah, if you're into sort of a scary, there's not much in here. Let's just look through this quickly, and then I'm gonna be on my way. Let's start picking out some jackets for you. Yeah, and I did really enjoy it though. It had the girl. Remember Ozarks? Yeah, with Jason Bateman. Ruth, the character that played Ruth, was like the lead character in this. So what do you think? This is very different. And I don't know if either one of us is actually cool enough to pull this off. What do you think of a velvet blazer? Yeah, no, I don't know if either one of us can. He's working it, but it is a hard thing to pull off. Sometimes you'll see someone wearing something and like it looks so good on them that you mistakenly think you can pull it off. I've had that happen quite a few times. Yeah, I don't even know if, not to be a shit talker, but I don't even know if he's pulling this off. I think it might be. I mean, that's his deal, right? Like those glasses. That's kind of like his whole thing. I know he's an icon. What am I talking about? Who am I to critique an icon? Yeah, but we're not going for this look for you. Like when you're, at this status, then you kind of get to define what is cool and what is not cool. And while I think very highly of both of us, I don't think we're at that level. Let's just be real. Okay, I think that I know. I think I know the direction we're going in. Oh, I love him. What is it called? I mean, obviously from Breaking Bad, but Better Call Saul, such an amazing show. He's coming out with a movie that I saw, a coming attraction for this. This is just totally an aside here. That looked something about like a dad that goes on vacation. It looked god awful in the coming attractions. Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. Incredible actor, but yeah, that is one that I will definitely be skipping. Not vibing with this monochromatic look. All right, so we found a lot of examples of what we do not want to do. And we did find a couple incredible jackets. I think for the casual part though, I think that I'm just gonna have to drag you out with me, entice you with some really good food to be had after the experience. And I think I'm just gonna have to I think you're gonna have to go into the dressing room. I know. I wish there was a way around that. Trust me, I wish there was a way around that. I know it pains you, but I think that's the only way we're really going to get some true answers, is if we get you in that dressing room and I see you in some of these things. We can have a drink first. We definitely can have a drink first. All right, so we'll do that. You and I are gonna have a drink here. I'm gonna drag you to the mall. Not the mall. We'll go over to Melrose. There's a lot of good stores over there. Yeah, the mall's like the ninth gate of hell. We're not gonna go in the mall. We'll go to Melrose. We'll have a great meal. There's an amazing new Italian restaurant that I want to take you to. We'll dedicate 1 hour to close, and then we'll have our dinner, and then I have to go to my little energy Reiki session. Sounds like a perfect day if I ever heard one. All right. Let us venture out.